It's me, Scott from Marathon Gaming, back again like the Renegade Master with some more Nintendo Switch delight for you guys. I've got 7 fantastic pickups. Some of these are new games. One of them is a game that's literally just come out. I'm going to save that game for the end. It's a little horror sort of survival game. There's a couple of classic beat-em-ups in here, which again are new games for the Nintendo Switch. And I've also got a couple of super rare games, including the latest super rare release for the Nintendo Switch. So I'm going to show you footage for each game of me playing it as I talk through my first thoughts of playing the game for you guys. So first up is Final Vendetta. Now this game is on many other consoles, like most of these games always are for the Switch. When I first picked this up, the first thing I thought was I need to wait for a friend to come over to play this. So my friend, I put it to one side, my friend Rob came over for a gaming night, and this was the first game which we put on, and straight away I was blown away. I knew this game would be good, and there's another beat 'em up I'm going to show in a second, which I thought this would be the sort of least favourite out of the two, and I was blown away. I knew it was a good game. I've seen a few people talk about it. I see Scott at Sega Zombie, another fellow Scott, talk about the game and say how good it was, and I saw a few guys jump on the bandwagon and say what a fantastic sort of retro-inspired, you know, side-scrolling beat-em-up this is. You know, a bit like your Streets of Rage and your Vendettas and your Double Dragons and all that sort of stuff, and Final Fight, and it's got a bit of all of that mixed up into one, but it's pure arcade joy. It's just, it feels, you've got 3 different characters, they've got a couple of unique moves each. It's done so well. The fighting's well, it's not a button bashing game. You do feel like you're sort of targeting what you do, you've got to think about it, it's calculated, you can block. It's a real good game, and I just think it's absolutely fantastic. You can see from the footage yourself, this is a really good game. So Final Vendetta is definitely a game I think that all of you guys should go out and grab if you haven't already played it. It's not a particularly expensive game, but it is a bloody good game, so whatever the price is for that, you've got to go out there and get it, digitally or physically, by any means possible. Now, next up is a beat 'em up which everyone's been talking about. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Do we call it Ninja Turtles over here? We do. Shredder's Revenge, so a little Nickelodeon title apparently. I knew not much about it, other than the fact that everyone's been talking about it for bloody 6 months since before it came out, and I didn't jump straight on with it because I wanted it physical. And there was a big, you had to pre-order it really early on, and they sort of scared everyone, made you feel like you've got to pre-order it, and there's all these different collector's editions. But then it just came out digitally. It was well priced, but I saw the physical would be out a month later. I was thinking, oh no, I'm not going to pick it up. I should have pre-ordered it, be out of stock. But no, they were just lying to us. They had many in production, and I was able to pick it up easy. I actually got this is second hand, so someone's probably completed it on digitally, and then they've got their one for the post for, oh, I don't want it anymore. That's probably what's happened, but you can pick this up from Smith's, Argos, you can pick it up from anywhere. So my thoughts were, I probably should have played it the other way around. It's good, you get to choose any of the different characters, any different turtles. What's really cool, you can be April, which I am, my first crush, giggity, hold up the girl for her. So yeah, I went for April straight away. You can even be Splinter, got Bebop and Rocksteady in there. I think the main selling point is it's a party game. I mean, it must be chaos, not 4-player. You can do it bloody 6-player. What is good, it's not just got arcade mode, it's also got story mode, which I think is fantastic. But this one feels a lot more like a button basher. There's a tutorial at the beginning, which me and Rob just skipped straight away. It's had like 20 to 30 different things. We got to the 3rd one, and you know, we're too old for this. We just was like, we can't even remember the first one, so we skipped over it. But it's not as calculated. It doesn't. You find your brain sort of switching off. It is a good game. I know everyone's probably going to be screaming at me saying, "Oh, it's fantastic," but I think it was a lot more hyped up. I definitely need to play it some more. But I feel like playing Final Vendetta first just set the bar a bit too high. It's a completely different game. It looks different. It plays different. The speed is different. It's a lot more forgiving. It is pure, you know, button bashing chaos. There's obviously combos, so there's things to master. But yeah, it's a great game, but there was a high hype around this, and to be honest, everyone talked about it when it came up. When it first came out, everyone was live streaming it, and then within 2 weeks of the game coming out, I've heard no one really say much about it. But we played a fair whack on the story mode, or the arcade mode. I think it was a story mode. Give you plenty of life, so we did eventually die. So maybe we did do story in arcade actually. and we had a look to see how far through the game was, to see if we could do it in one sitting, but no, it's a long old game, so it's a fair play to it. There's lots of features on there, lots of characters. Yeah, I mean, if you're a Turtles fan, just for nostalgia, go get it. I mean, this is a good game. It was so much hype for it. I've got to go back and play it, but yeah, definitely one that you want to own. It's a must own. Especially if you're a collector or into your retro games. I mean, this was just great to have come out on the Switch. So yeah, side-scroll and beat 'em up. Is it at its finest? I don't know. I feel like Final Vendetta was better, but yeah, that was a really, really solid title that I picked up there. Now here, the next one, this is called Graceful Explosion Machine. Now this is a super rare title. I don't get all the super rare games at launch, so this is one I've picked up on eBay for a lot cheaper than it would have been. I say a lot cheaper, we just save a tenner. So there's no need rushing, people do sell them, they don't always go up the prices. Now this is a, what do you call it, a horizontal shooter, which isn't really my sort of thing, to be honest with you, especially in arcades. There's too much going on. I like a more simpler game. But straight away, my first thoughts when I turned this on is, wow, how smooth it felt, how good it looked, and how easy it was. Straight away, you can see, I've just loaded up, first level's tutorial, and it just felt so smooth. As soon as the game started, the buttons made sense. You know, your gun sort of burns out, you let it charge, the way you can switch direction, the way you're looking, like on Defender. If you're, you've played that classic arcade game. And it just, the way it was straight away, the colours, everything about it. So I've put this to one side. I'm going to be, as soon as the video's done, I'm going to probably jump straight back on this one. It just felt so good to play. So even though it just goes to show you can't tell what games, you might think you like a particular genre, but you've got to give everything a bit of time. Just because you've had a bad experience with I'd say you don't think you don't like sport games because you played a tennis and a football game, doesn't mean you don't like all sport games. And it's probably the same for this one. I generally don't like all. I feel like the majority of the side-scrolling shooters, but there's a few I like. Like I've got a couple in my top 25 arcade list, and even in the background of this video, this is, what game is this? It's Forgotten Worlds, which I think was on the Mega Drive as well, ported straight from the arcade. And again, that's a good game. So there are some, but yeah, I digress. Graceful Explosion Mission. This just is a really good game, so I can't wait to go back and play it. I think this one, I don't know if you guys saw, I think it said it had a story mode as well on this one. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Really going to go back and play this. I would really strongly recommend it. I take it must be short to complete because some people are selling their copy on eBay, or perhaps they thought it was going to sell out and it hasn't done so. So yeah, it's a super rare game. My tip is type super rare games in eBay, save that search, and then every now and again, like once a week, or every other day if you want, if you've got the time, just go to ending soonest, and then if there's games which are priced, well under what the exchange rate would be from CEX, just put that as your max bid. And occasionally you'll be surprised, you'll win a game, and if you don't like it, you can trade it in and get your money straight back. So I would say that's what I've done with a few of these. So yeah, this game, definitely glad to have owned that. So I was really surprised how good that was, and I can't wait to play that straight after this video. Now here is a game or two. These next two games I picked up from Ali over in the Retro Hunter in Leon C in Essex. Go and check him out. The store is expanding into my beloved Leon Knights. But I've got to support him because he's a good friend of mine. And he has, even though he's retro, he has got some Nintendo Switch games. He has got some stock building up. Now, there was, I always keep my eye on it and see what he's got in there, but he had a couple of games which were fairly cheap. When I say cheap for Nintendo Switch, anything £15 and under is pretty good for a current console. So he had Immortals, Felix Rising. This is on many other consoles. It's a very heavy game. Even Ali said it's a good game. There's a lot of story, there's a lot of much storylines and dialogue. There's a hell of a lot of story to it. I don't know if it's something I want to dive into straight away. It definitely didn't look like my type of game. It's just because of the price. I was in there and I thought, do you know what, that's well priced for a Switch game. Anything Switch, £15 and under, I'm sort of curious of. And I can give it a go. And like I say, with any of my games, when I need to clear some room, if I play it for a bit and then I sell it for £7 to £10 and I'll take a loss of £5 to £6, I'm not bothered because I've got to have the game, own it for a bit and play it. So yeah, I know you can't see much footage right now for this game because it is so heavy. I had to skip some bits when I was recording. But yeah, I mean, let me know, guys. Have you played Immortals Felix Rising? Is it a fantastic game or is it not a very good game? Have you played it on the Switch? Have you played it on any other console? Please let me know because I don't know if that one is a hit or a miss for me just yet. Now here's another game, Cyanmoore X or Cyanmoore X. Now I sort of knew nothing about this. It doesn't give much away with the artwork on the front, but on the back it says this is a side-scrolling shoot 'em up that provides a unique challenge where time is the ultimate factor. Now this is from the Retro Hunter. And again, maybe this was £15 and this was 10. If not, it was the other way around. One was 10, one was 15. Now this blew my mind. I've just literally put this in to play it for the first time, record for you guys. You'll see this footage now. Straight away, the depth. I don't know if it's because I'm playing so much bloody old games, like retro games, but the depth and the graphics, straight away, there's a lot going on. It's a lot faster paced than the Graceful Explosion Machine, the super rare side-scrolling shoot 'em up. But this one is it's like them sort of arcade ones, a lot more going on. But again, this one had story mode. It comes up at the beginning, story mode or arcade. There's loads of different ships to choose from. There's loads of different characters to choose from. And as soon as the game went into it, the depth, oh my god, it looked so sharp, so crisp. So again, the two games I'm going back to straight away are the side-scrolling shoot 'em ups, which I said wasn't my genre. So it just goes to show you can't, your taste can mature with age. And yeah, maybe this is my cup of tea. It plays fantastically. I've only played obviously a little bit, but the first impressions, maybe my expectation was too low, but this looks fantastic. So I'd really like to know, guys, like your opinion, like Cyanmoore X or Cyanmoore X, however you say it. Is there other games in the series? I know very little about it, so I apologise if maybe, I don't know, it's got like a bit of foreign writing in the back, maybe Japan, maybe that's why he had it, maybe it's something CX don't, I know they all say that in the back. Anyway, I'm blabbering. But yeah, fantastic game, but I'd like to know, have you guys played it? At the end of this level you'll see a little sort of boss, I lose to the boss, which you're about to see, if you haven't seen it already. Blew me up, but yeah, this is a game I'm going to go straight back to afterwards, so yeah, fantastic game. So let me know, guys, is this one you own or you're going to be looking to own very soon? Now, here is a game which I'm very excited about. So this is the latest super rare release for the Nintendo Switch, webbed, and straight away, I always said I prefer super rare games over limited run games so much more. Super rare, I believe, is like the United Kingdom sort of version of limited run games, separate companies. Limited run games is over in the United States, but they seem to just have churn out games all the time on all different consoles. Every week, sometimes multiple times a week, and it's hard to keep up. And it seems like a lot of fodder sometimes. Super rare games, always the Switch titles. I don't know if they do other consoles, but the Switch titles like one a month, and it's always seems better quality for me. But I always like to check: is it for me? If not, I won't rush into it because I don't want to pay full whack for a game. I haven't got the money, and then find out it's not actually that good. But yeah. Webbed for me, I just saw straight away and I was like, this looks really fun, really interesting, really quirky. So you're playing as a spider, and then as soon as the game starts, it just made me a little bit like there's another super rare game, it's probably the most expensive game I own, which is Snake Pass, where it's a really unique sort of puzzle mechanics of the game, where it's just unique controls and it's just really fun. Obviously I've only played like this little snippet you guys are seeing now, but the controls are fun. It took me a little while to get used to it. You'll see in a moment I did sort of pick up my movement, speed and agility. You can shoot, you can dance, you end up flinging yourself, jumping, throwing your little spider web, turning into Spider-Man himself. You've got pigeons coming up trying to attack you. This game is everything I wanted it to be and more. It does look really, really fun. After I've done with the side-scrolling shoot-em-ups, I'm going to go straight onto Webbed. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, have you guys picked up Webbed? Is that one of the ones you've ordered and it come through? I believe this came through this week, so you might have played it already, or you've not quite unpacked it yet if you have ordered it and put it in, or you might have thought it doesn't look like it's for me, but having seen this footage you're thinking, do you know what? Yes, I definitely want to get Webbed. I would say some advice, if you're not sure about buying it physically, generally the digital copies would be a little bit cheaper, but the fact it's made a physical release, they might even the price out a bit, I don't know, but go and check it out. Or watch more gameplay, guys. If you want to see me play through a game, I can always do a live stream or do a bit more coverage on it or a review. But yeah, this game, Webbed, first instinct, just looked like a lot of fun, looked really cute, looked really charming, very different, very unique. And it's, yeah, so I've got a little pile I've put in front of me, and this is going in the yes, play straight away sort of pile. So I'll stick those next to the side scroll and shoot 'em ups. Now this game, I'm only going to show a snippet because it's a horror game. This is brand new. It literally came through the post today. I will upload the same day this video came out, basically. What are we on now? I don't know what the date is. And this is Oxide Room 104. Now, I have a habit of pre-ordering games when they look good and just forgetting about them. I don't know if I ordered this 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 9 months ago, or a year ago. There are some games I'm gutted about where I pre-order them so far in advance, then they take the money when the game comes out. So there's been games in the past, I'm like, I never got it. It's because I didn't have the money in my account at the time, so they couldn't take the funds. For example, and I'm kicking myself about it, River City Girls, which I think was a limited run game, which is a side-scrolling beat-em-up, because that game is now quite expensive to acquire on the Switch, and I would have got it at like launch price, but never mind. Again, I digress. Reason why I might want to save this a little bit, so you can see some footage of this now. This just looks, fuck me, it looks scary, guys. Come on, I'm a right pussy. I love horror films. Me and the wife love horror films. She's absolutely stone cold. She could not get scared or frightened or jumped or spooked. And I do all of the above, but I love being scared. I love that feeling. I love getting lost in a horror film and shitting myself and sleeping with the lights on. I love all that jazz. And this just looks really fun. So what I might do, which would be a lot of fun for you guys as well, maybe I'll play it for the first time live streaming. As soon as the game started and it came out of the VT, I did stop the recording of this. So I might give you guys a little snippet of it. Obviously you've got a snippet of it now, but I know this has literally just come through my door now. So a lot of you probably haven't seen this game, or it's not in the shops to buy. So what I'm thinking I'll do, if I get enough feedback on this video in the comments, you know, like any of these games, let me know what you think, want me to play more. But this game in particular, Oxide Room 104, if you want to see me play it, you know, do a live stream, do a review, do a playthrough, or play it with you guys for the first time, or I can just do a little like cut cam of me shitting myself to each scene and do a montage if that's all you want to see, is me screaming, and fair enough. But yeah, I mean, Oxide Room 104, that is just came through, hot off the press, and I'm really looking forward to trying that out. So, I mean, I've got a couple of great games, you know, from Retro Hunter, a couple of great games which are fantastic, you know, beat 'em ups that would probably be classic and staples from Nintendo Switch. Got a couple of super rare games, side-scrolling shoot 'em ups, side-scrolling horizontal shoot 'em ups. And then obviously webbed, the fantastic new release super rare game, and Oxide Room 104. And that is all we got for this video. Please like, comment and subscribe. I really need you guys to subscribe, because I keep looking at statistics, and 50% of the people that watch the video, say only 100 people watch a video, or 50, I'm only getting half of those people actually are subscribers. So if you are a silent watcher or listener, that sounds weird, you pervert, please get involved with interaction. You don't have to talk to me, it's fine, but if you can hit us with a subscribe, it would be very, very helpful. It will motivate me to do more content, because the more people I know are watching and like the content, the more videos I would do. Sometimes I'm lazy, I'll just do one a week. Sometimes, like this week, I'll do like one every day or every other day, because I'm getting lots of interaction. So purely based on what I give, what I get, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's all we've got now. Remember guys, stay hydrated. Make sure you check out my high score video. Currently we've got Rampage, which is up. It is the penultimate show in the series. There's fantastic gamers and YouTubers into the final, but you've still got time. Check out that video, see how you can get involved, and maybe you could be in the final and win that luscious Marathon Gaming 2022 High Score Champion Trophy. And also, don't forget, YouTuber of the Month. Head over to Generation Pixels channel, get your votes in before the close of the month, and head over to Goldtooth Gaming's channel and make sure you vote for GirthTuber of the Month, because voting ends this week and it's very, very serious. It's clucking off, it's girthy, there's all sorts of animals getting involved, and I don't know what is going on anymore, so make sure you vote, alright? See you later. I'm Mario. And I am the Hedgehog. And today, with this... I'm fast as fuck, boy!